What's up, family? I'm just doing a continuation of where I left off in the Davy McRitchie book, Ancient and Modern Britons. All right, y'all. I'm just going to dive in a little bit. I don't want to go too deep with it right now, but I left off where I showed you how they were referencing the people here as Moors, not Indians. I stated that there were unfortunate gentlemen were intercepted by 700 Moors. So I'm going to connect a few more dots that he has in his book. In the Gaelic of Scotland, a Negro is known as Doing Dub, a black man. He is known in the Gaelic of Ireland as Doing Gorm, a blue, green, or wood-stained man. Morris is a word which suggests a great deal. It has this in common with the Ugrian word kara and siar. Previously glanced at, it not only signifies swarthiness of skin, but it is radically connected with a marsh or morass, or carse, as it is called in Scotland. One meaning of morass in Latin is polis, and the word marsh, moorish, marish, merse in Saxon, and moor and muir are all different forms, clearly one original root, whatever that may be. In Gaelic, the sea is mera and muir, which suggests Latin mare. And all right, let's see. Let me go over here real quick. Well, I take that back. But one cannot fail to see that the terraformer of the modern moor and karst has succeeded the watery morass and cores. So also the morass, which as Pythias said was neither land nor sea, has succeeded mare, mere, moor, and muir, etc., as the ocean itself. Therefore, if the word moor and its variations was primarily the sea and gave its name to a nation of sea rovers, or if the case were reversed and the sea became associated with the name of a great seafaring race, then a wider vista opens out before us. There has been much written about mere Minin and other watery people, and the subject is usually treated mythologically, although capable, I venture to think, of being interpreted realistically. See what I'm saying? They said they tried to treat it like fantasy, like they take ancient stuff and turn it into fairy tales. Yeah, it's funny because people hear about the Moorish Empire, but they don't really tell you much about it here in America. And they really don't teach it. Maybe in some particular, higher institutions of learning, but it's not a basic subject covered in school. And you cannot discuss the history of America without discussing the Moorish Empire. This book kind of connects some of the dots of that. All right, let's see. I'm trying to just kind of skipping through it. There's so much information in here. Let's see. England has never been invaded from Morocco during historic times, nor even is this dance the property of the people of Morocco. It is peculiarly British and yet of Moorish origin, because all they did was take over the Moorish Empire that was already there and chase the people out who were still practicing Judaism and Islam. I mean, that's pretty much what they were doing. They codified Christianity under Constantine, and then eventually the Roman powers started kicking everybody out who wasn't abiding by their rules and regulations. But what it is just Moors was converting. Some was selling out. It won't no one thing that occurred. We're talking about global history here. People always vying for power or trying to get over on others. So, it's no secret for the people who do know. Let's see. Let me read this real quick. Our language still remains the memory. Retains the memory of their presence under this name. In Shakespeare's time, the audience at the Globe accepted the word as meaning a black man, and either then or later on, it became tautologically extended into blackamoor. The common people of the country are not likely to have known much about ultra-British Moors, not enough at a rate to have made the word an everyday term for a black man, nor can the Moors of heraldry be explained sufficiently by the theory that the founders of families bearing Moors as supporters and Moors' heads as crests have won their spurs in assisting the Spaniards to expel their Moors. What the Spanish Empire was pretty much took over the Moorish Empire. Anything that's Spanish is Moorish. Keep that in mind. All they did was start conquering the lands where the Moors already were. The Moors were ruling all through Europe. And the thing to keep in mind too, the people, the ancestors of the Moors, the Phoenicians, these people came from America. There's a whole lot of stuff that occurred over here that they've superimposed over into the Mediterranean. And that's where there's a lot of background information that you have to be aware of to make this even more mind-blowing. Even people who just seeing this information for the first time, it might be fascinating, but you don't comprehend the magnitude of what else has been left out the narrative. Let's see. As the heraldic representation of a Moor or Negro man does not suggest Granada, basically saying a Moor don't just mean over there. The features are ugly and irregular, and the hair, though longer than that of a pure Negro, is woolly. The head is inserted. Yeah, they're just giving their description. The complexion is, of course, black. Such men are indifferently styled Moors and Saracens. The ones practicing Islam, the ones practicing Judaism. Same people. Cultures. These were the people who were navigating the seas, who were mixing it up all over the globe. Their presence in the armorial bearings of ancient families can only be due to the calls which made savages, wild men, or woodmen so common among the supporters of old northern European and especially Scottish shields. The exploits of the founder of the family in the long conflicts with the people of the heathenies. I'll be surprised what's hidden. They say it has been shown that green and blue, so often interchangeable with black and brown, relate to the wood-stained dark-skinned races. They will call us green, call us blue, black, brown, all kind of different things. You know, it's a whole lot of layers to this, and it's not anything that could be summed up in a quick, a quick 10-minute video. You can watch, lectures of this stuff that will last for weeks and months and might be able to grasp a portion of it. It's a lot of information. This is just, a few sections from one book. Like, one of the big issues, like I say, is just it's a blackout of the real history of America. You get little snippets of things when you start going into some of the books that, there's always a little bit of bias, or sometimes there isn't. Some of these authors write things with just the intent of just, giving you information. But, it's no telling what kind of agendas might have been at play in the background. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff people wanted to talk about that even their superiors wouldn't let them write about. But it's a journey. We all got to figure this thing out together. I'm going to stop right there for now.